I have no idea why I was so confident. Dream big. It's literally free. When I heard that statement the first time, I was like, wow, you're not being charged to dream big. So why are you dreaming so small? Hi my loves, my name is Kamsinnamani and welcome to my channel. If it's the first time you're seeing my face, please subscribe and give this video a big thumbs up if you end up enjoying it. Okay, so welcome back to my 20 series where I discuss issues that we all face in our 20s, 30s, so on. And in today's video, I'm going to be discussing how I changed my identity and manifested my dream life. So yeah, if you want to hear my tips, my story, please keep on watching. Okay, so a lot of the tips or what really inspired this video is honestly this book, Atomic Habits by James Clear. I will 100% recommend this book. When I read this book, I think last year, the first 2 weeks I was on some type of high because it explains things perfectly. So yeah, you should grab this book. But I'm just going to pick out the point about identity change. We all have this dream life in our heads. I know I definitely do. And when I say manifested my dream life, I'm not really where I know I will be, but I do know that I'm on the right track. And where I am currently, if I hadn't made these changes before, I am 100% sure I would not be where I am right now. And I just feel like it's a factor that a lot of people minimize when they are setting goals or trying to change habits that will push them further along in life. Something I learned from that book is a lot of people prioritize the outcome. Then from the outcome, they go to the process. Then from the process, they go to, okay, I'm not a change person. For example, I want to be rich. That's my outcome. What's the process? Okay, I need to open a few businesses or I need to start working here so that in so and so years' time, I will be a billionaire. And then the identity change is that, oh, I am now a billionaire. And what this book basically says is you, as you're sitting down in your room right now, watching this video, if that is your outcome to be a billionaire, you need to change your identity to becoming a billionaire right now. Okay? Don't see yourself as where you are right now and doing this. You have to see, okay, I'm a billionaire. What would a billionaire do? He would want to keep making money, right? So, okay, from there, what's the process? So essentially, changing your identity is changing your beliefs, changing how you view the world, how you interpret things that happen to you. So using myself as an example, when I decided not to continue with my 9 to 5 job I was doing during NYSC, and I was like, I don't want to be retained. I want to go on this path, content creation, YouTube, all of that. I was essentially unemployed. I was jobless, right? But in my head, I had to believe that I was actually working. Like I was working for myself and it was a big business. It was going to be a successful business. So what did I have to do? Even though I had no employer waiting for me at the office, I would get up early, I would have a shower. Prior to that, I would have planned the day before, what topic to do, how many videos to do, when to edit, have a schedule for my YouTube. I had to do that, and I didn't even know about this book before, but it was a thing of I can't say that I want to do this seriously and not act like someone that was doing this seriously. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I had to view myself as someone that was a successful YouTuber and, be encouraged by that and continue pushing out content, even if the views were not necessarily communicating that. Another benefit this does to you is that it doesn't make your goals seem so far-fetched. When you're so detached from what you're trying to achieve, during the hard times, it can really get you down because you honestly do believe that I am not there. I'm not going to be there. And how else are you going to go through the obstacles if you truly don't believe that you are going to be that person you want to be? So you have to start seeing yourself as that person and start presenting, very important, start presenting yourself as that person. So if you eventually want to own a business, want to be taken seriously, You have to look the part wherever you go, because you might run into something that can get you closer to your goal. So you have to be always prepared. Okay, love. So the next way I believe I manifested my dream life is being delusional and specific about that delusion. Again, changing your identity. It does take a level of delusion, because honestly, you're not there. Before my YouTube kicked off, I wasn't a YouTuber that had a lot of subscribers. Why was I putting in so much effort if it wasn't doing well, if my views were not doing well? I had to see it as, yeah, they're not doing well, but they're going to do well. So how else am I going to be a successful YouTuber if I stop creating YouTube videos? It just didn't make sense. I needed to create videos in order for me to be a successful YouTuber. So I can't stop, because therefore I'm not really a successful YouTuber, and I feel like I am. So therefore, what do? They pump out videos. So you have to actually be delusional, and I believe that this is a bit easier for some than others. It's definitely easy for me, because even from a young, I was always this thing, my family like, Kamsi is never here. When I would talk, my brothers just be like, what planet do you live on? Even till now, that's literally how they would see me. If when I was still in my parents' home, I'll be like, oh, can't we do this to the house? Can't we do this? Just like, what are you talking about? And I'll be like, oh my God, one day I'm going to do all these things to my own house. And and I've always had that. I would always have Pinterest boards of things I wanted in my place. Everywhere, like, I was like, this, and I would literally, it's not that I'm dreaming. I'm like, this is going to happen. I don't know why. Honestly, I don't know where this confidence was coming from, but I'm so happy it was there. I was just so sure in my delusion. And I actually want to challenge you guys to be delusional. Dream big. It's literally free. When I heard that statement the first time, I was like, wow, you're not being charged to dream big. So why are you guys dreaming so small? And I'm talking to myself as well, because I get affected. I'm like, oh my God, who do I think I am? Why does this thing seem so impossible? The sky is the limit. You have to really change your mindset. You have to change your identity. And that's why if you don't do that first step of actually changing your identity and seeing yourself as that person, you will not let yourself grow, because you know you're not there. So you're going to hold your own self back. And how else are you expected to move forward? You need to be delusional, and you need to be specific. So what is it that you want in this your dream? Narrow it down. For example, I would literally, I'm really exposing myself here. I would literally sometimes pretend like I'm being interviewed. I would pretend like maybe if I'm doing my makeup, you know how they do all this like celebrity biography and their friends are talking about the main. I'll literally be like saying, oh yeah, when I was a child, I've always wanted to do, where did I give up? So I knew I wanted to be somewhat known in some way, or to have been able to do something that would require people interviewing me. I'm just trying to tell you guys the journey. I've always been very delusional. Even before I thought about moving into like a bigger space and all of that, I just always felt I was going to do this. I live in a part of the world where it's not necessarily common for a young woman, young girl to move out by herself, into her own place before actually getting married and then moving with her spouse to whatever place they decide. It's not common here at all. So the fact that I always knew I was going to, like, I wanted to, I would say, like, I want to have this time by myself, and I'm going to do it. How am I going to do it? No idea. But, it was there. It was very specific. I wanted to be, and honestly, I said I wanted to do that before 25. It happened before 25. So I was very specific about that, and that's an example. Same thing at some point when I did start doing YouTube, I was very specific. I would imagine, oh my God, having the 100K plaque. By the way, if you're watching and you're enjoying, please subscribe so we can hit that milestone. Having that, going on YouTube, sponsored trips, all of that. It was very clear. I wasn't confused. I knew what I wanted. So you need to be specific and be delusional about that. It helps. It's free. And don't tell anybody, because they're going to laugh at you. So just be in your own world when you're about to sleep, dream about it, and always have that in mind, because it's going to help you. It's going to drive you to continue working to achieve that goal. Okay, love. So my next step to manifesting your dream life is by being positive. You have to be positive. I can't stand pessimists. The world is already bad as is. What do you achieve by just deciding to now bring that into your own space, your own circle? You can't live life like that. That's not a life worth living. You can't see everything from a negative outlook. It doesn't help you. When you always have this negative aura around you, people wouldn't want to be around you. You don't really see the potential in yourself because you're just always negative. And I feel that's just not how life works. You need to be positive. You need to speak, manifest words of faith, whatever you want to call it. I would call it words of faith, because you genuinely do believe in yourself. And when you are positive and you think positively about your goals, about your dreams, you are able to spot opportunities. When you've made it clear you have changed your identity, or you're working towards changing your identity, then you're delusional and specific about your dream, and you're positive, you're living, you're trying to do whatever you're doing, no matter how it looks, you're going for it. When you go out into the world, you're able to spot opportunities because you've already programmed your life to this way. So you're able to spot when something aligns with that goal. When you don't have any goal, nothing specific, you're all over the place, you can't really pinpoint, oh, maybe you meet someone, oh, this conversation, it will take me here. You're not able to do that because you're still scattered. Have you noticed, for example, whenever you decide you want something, all of a sudden you start seeing it everywhere? Maybe a car. I really love this car. All of a sudden you're seeing that car every single place. It also happens with like your phone. When you say, oh, I'm really thinking about this book, you've said it out, right? Literally, you've said it out. Algorithm has captured it. Next thing, what you're seeing ads everywhere showing you that particular thing. So when you have aligned your life and decided that this is what I want, this is where I'm going to be, and you're thinking positively, I just feel like things just flow naturally, because you're such you attract more people, you attract good things when you think positively. I remember speaking about, the videos that do well and the likelihood of blowing up with a creator. I think I was at 8K. I remember saying then, like, I know people say vlogs don't do well, but I'm just going to keep doing what I'm going to do. And the people that appreciate me will find me. Like, I'm not worried. I have no idea why I was so confident. Thinking back now, I was like, wow. Obviously, it's happened. So I'm thinking back, like, why was I so sure? Like, sometimes I actually question myself. And I hadn't even filmed the level up video. I hadn't started the 20 series, because I started 20 series after my level up video, the video that went viral. That's when I started doing the 20 series. So I was literally just doing vlogs. That also points to you that you don't always have to have everything figured out. As you go, as you continue, you get a clearer view of what you should do. But when you sit down and be like, I'm not going to do anything until I have this bulletproof plan that's going to make me... I don't think that's really how life works. I know I'm young, so I don't want to say that's not how life works, but you can't just, you have to try, you have to start. As you try, you see what works and doesn't work. So I was doing vlogs, I would do sit down videos here and there, but nothing really serious. And then I just decided to make the video that eventually went viral. And I started making similar videos that also did very well compared to my vlogs. And that's literally how I grew. But when I said those words, that idea hadn't come to me. But I was just so positive. Again, I wasn't positive all the time. There were days I was very, very sad. I was beat down. But at some point, I would pick myself back up and I would continue to do the work. So coming to my fifth point, and after this, I'm going to give you guys a bonus point. So, don't click out yet. My fifth point is surround yourself with the people and things that help you achieve your goals. So this can be people, this can be the books you read, literally anything that aligns with what you're working towards. Surround yourself with that type of thing. Bury yourself in this type of thing. So who do you follow on Instagram? Do they inspire you? There's a difference between being inspired by something and when they make you feel intimidated or you feel like this is so out of reach. Then don't do that. Maybe your own thing is to follow people who are also on the same level as you and have the same mindset. That's what you can do. If you're the type of person that you don't mind following people who have already done it and they don't intimidate you, they encourage you, that's more like the type of person I am. I love to be with people that have done better than me. I don't get when people feel like they feel insecure. I'm just like, that sounds like a you problem, and you need to sort that out instead of putting that on the creator. Someone else can't make you feel bad about yourself if you haven't been able to work on your own self. Like, let's be serious here. But anyway, so who do you follow? Who are the friends you're with? I get a lot of DMs about, oh my god, how do I find friends that also align what I do? And sometimes maybe you're not physically around this type of people. It doesn't mean you cut off the friends that you currently have, because people are in different stages of their life. It doesn't make them bad people, but maybe you now just need to look online to see who you can understudy. You don't have to directly contact them, but YouTube, social media has made it so easy for us to see into the lives of people we would never have been able to. You have successful business people that show us, their daily routine, or successful YouTubers, for example, showing you what they do, showing you tips, everything you actually need for free on the internet. What exactly is your excuse? Everything is out there. It's just about you aligning yourself, your spirit, body, mind, to really decide that this is what I want. I want this life, and I'm going to get it. And I already see myself as that person that deserves that life. That's, again, changing your identity. Don't look at yourself as, oh, who am I? This small town girl from wherever you're from. Who am I to dare to dream so big? Don't listen to that voice. Do not listen to that. We all have those voices. Sometimes you're like, oh my God, this girl, why do you think you should move into a space like this? Your mates are not. Why can't I? You have to speak back to that voice. Why can't I? Because if it's fear, growth is uncomfortable. And if you always give in to that fear, you will not grow. Do it afraid. You will not grow if you keep listening to that fear. Oh no, let me stay here. Because sometimes when you grow and you step out of your comfort zone and you move into a new stage, those things you're worried about that were in your lower stage kind of get sorted out, because you've increased your capacity. But when you're still where you are, you're still facing the same problems you've been facing for years. But sometimes the solution is when you move up a step, when you actually challenge yourself and go a step higher. If you were in a particular role and you were being paid 20K, obviously you have other needs that 20K can't solve. But if you get promoted to 100K, those 20K needs get sorted out. Again, you're now faced with bigger problems that need you to also upgrade to be able to solve them. So sometimes the solution to your problems is by upgrading. Some of us are still facing the same problems because we have refused to grow. We have let the fear paralyze us, and we're still where we are. And that's one of the main reasons you're not manifesting your dream life. Okay, love, so we're down to my bonus point, which is pray. I'm always very honest when it comes to this type of points, when it comes to God helping and actually praying. I'm the type of person that I honestly believe or trust in my own capabilities. I feel like I'm smart enough. I can do this. God has blessed me with these gifts. I don't need to be begging him. I can do this. He has equipped me, which is true. But he didn't give us those gifts for us to not now need him. He still wants you to need him. So if you're someone who believes in God, I would highly, highly encourage you to also pray, because like I said, there are down times. There are times where you feel discouraged. I definitely felt discouraged. I felt like, what? I had so many fears, and if you let that again stop you won't. That can be the devil. So if you pray, I want to do this, give me the grace, give me the strength to really push through, because you're going to need that. That will honestly take you a long way. Okay, loves, I hope these tips were able to help you and point you in the right direction to manifesting your dream life. Listen, it is not that far-fetched. Honestly, it is really not. It's your mind. If you can just follow these points, read books like this that also explain way more things you can do, because again, there are obstacles that stop us, our habits. Even if you're a type of person that you're lazy, let's just call it, maybe you're lazy, that's going to stop you. If you have habits that are detrimental to where you're trying to go, you're not going to be able to achieve that. So if you do your research and try to solve the problems that are stopping you or holding you back, literally the sky is the limit. Okay, so I hope you guys loved this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, join the fam, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.